Hey everyone, good afternoon. Thanks for joining me today. I am Lisa Kidd and I'm the owner of Glamtique Studio Online Boutique. It is a metaphysical boutique. I practice in spirituality, metaphysical, and I am also a diviner. Today we are going to come and do a reading. It has been such a long time since I've done a pick a card reading. There's some things going on in the collective right now though, specifically due to road opening or roads being closed, right? And I don't feel like this is an individual situation, even though it is affecting us individually in different ways. I feel like this is a collective issue at this time. So I felt like we would come and do a reading and see what's stopping us, okay? We're also going to, if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to do a little road opening ritual and show you how to do that for yourself at home, okay? The first pile that we're going to have is this pile. You can watch one or all three of these because they're all going to be different. So this is kind of a different pick a card. This first pile is going to be if you're having blockages in your physical life, right? So this is maybe with homes, finances, things like that coming in, things that are supposed to be tangible to you right now that you just feel like there's something like maybe everything was going good and it just stopped. This pile's for you. The second pile here is going to deal more with spiritual awareness and emotional causes that may be blocking you, okay? This could be anything that maybe just could be trauma. This could be situations that maybe require shadow work, things that you haven't dealt with yet. So we're going to dive really deep into pile 2, okay? So if that's where your blockages are, more mental, more emotional, you're going to want to go here. Pile 3. These are going to be blockages that deal with your relationships, okay? These can be blockages that may be coming energetically from friendships, lovers, things like that. Maybe a relationship with a job, a boss. This is just anything relationship-wise to you. So that's what pile 3 is going to be. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to move these 2 piles to the side. We're going to get started with pile 1. I want to grab my other cards here. Oh, you know what? And I never do this, you guys. I'm so sorry. I need to go grab my obstacle deck really fast. Right here. All right, I'm back. So we're going to start working on pile 1. Right? And this pile, like I said, is going to be about anything that may be blocking you in the physical areas, okay? I got cards all over my table. Let me move some of these out of the way so we can have some room to lay some cards down, right? All right. So you guys, let's pull some of our Ganesha cards first to maybe see if we can find out any obstacle spirit that may be blocking us, or blocking us in the physical, okay? Things that may be blocking us. Make sure I got, okay. Had another deck blended in. All right. Spirit, what are some blockages that people may be going through in the collective physically at this time? You want me to take this card here? Okay. So number 1, let's just get into this card because it's already unpacking so much for me. It's the card of energetic movement. Spirit says, so some of us are literally just not moving. You're not moving into your purpose. You're being a little lazy. This also goes into as far as dancing, okay? Physically releasing from your body. So if you have had a situation where maybe you have gotten caught up in something, in some type of negative energetic energy, simply moving, dancing, EFT, tapping, things like that can remove that negative energy from you. So Spirit says some of you are just stagnated, and that is what's causing the stagnation physically, right? Because as above, so below. So if you are physically not moving, how do you expect for shit to get done? You cannot sit still. You cannot be in one place expecting for things to automatically just come to you. You have to put something out there for them to attract. So some of us just need to literally get moving, all right? This is also, they're saying, so this isn't actually being active, like, oh, trying to force things on people. This is getting moving and you're receiving and understanding. But while you're waiting on that receiving and things that come in, you don't stand still. You keep going. You keep that motion, right? Stay active. Any other blockages? Okay, so the other physical blockages that Spirit says for us right now, and they say most of us know this. This comes with our higher, this is with this orange, this yellow, and this purple, this is our intuition. Okay, this is our sacral and our confidence. Spirit says this is having your priorities straight. That's it. Priorities. So putting the wrong things in front of things, right? Oh, I want this, but it seems like it's so hard for you to keep your desires at bay. Well, in order to work on certain things, you're going to have to put certain things aside at this time, right? You can't expect for things to change or new things to come in if you don't put the old things aside. The other thing that Spirit says is steadfastness. So this is working even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. Spirit is saying right now to us, the main thing to do is put in consistency. All right. So remaining steadfast as you're going through this transformation, because a lot of us, the numbers here we have 2 5s and we have 3. Okay, so this is coming together, making sure that you're working within your priorities, within your rules, making sure that while you're going through this transformation, that you're not just sitting still and waiting things to come to you. Spirit says, no, go out and get them. All right, go out and get them. Victory. So victory is yours, or would be yours, or has already been yours. The thing is like you're feeling defeated, right? This card could be like sent upright, but at this time, I feel like a lot of us are feeling defeated in the things that we're doing. This hangman energy. So it's feeling defeated in the past, maybe efforts that you've put forth and you feel like there's no fruition coming out of them, right? This happens sometimes. So it's like, because of those feelings, I feel that many of us have gotten stagnated, have decided just to stand still. And it's like, I'm frozen. I don't know what the fuck to do right now. That's literally what's coming to my head. Lovers. So this is what's going into that priorities card, making sure that we are mirroring and that we are attracting and blending with the things that are right for us, right? That we are bringing the right things into our lives. So the priorities, what we're harmonizing with. Okay, that's what this Lovers card means here. It's not actual sense of lovers, but this is being off balance with your masculine and feminine energies. This is being off balance with what you're harmonizing with, what you're bringing into your life, the things that you're attracting to you. This is what's causing you stagnation. And like I said, it's coming from disappointment, this fear, these going back towards these old things, these things of where you have not left things alone. It's because you're feeling, like I said, very disappointed at this time. Spirit says this is truth. The thing is that sometimes you will not always see eye to eye, right? Things will not always, maybe you can't always see what's happening or what's being moved around for you. And I feel that sometimes when you can't, you get disappointed and you start moving backwards. All right. And Spirit's like, this is not what you are to do. You're overthinking things. You're not allowing yourself these periods of rest. During these periods of rest is when your manifestations can come in for you. All right. And when I say rest, because I know I don't want to sound contradictory, because earlier I said keep moving, keep motion, right? So this is what I'm talking about. This is that feminine energy, knowing that you have put in the physical work. You have put in most of the labor. So having the faith, hope, and belief that Spirit is going to bring these things into you at this time. Yeah, so Spirit also says, if you want this victory, you've got to get going, and you got to get going fast. This is that 8 of Wands energy. Spirit says your pizza is hot and ready right now. The finish line is right there, but you've got to keep moving. You cannot get discouraged, okay? You cannot allow yourself to become discouraged. Yeah, so this hangman energy here, like I'm seeing that Spirit saying that these are lies that you are telling yourself. These are lies that you are feeding into, okay? And I feel like these are mental issues. And so some of you from pile 1 might want to go ahead and listen to pile 2, because I feel like some of these are mental issues. Some of these are emotional issues, things that maybe you have been watching others. Maybe you have been seeing the growth of others and you feel like, why am I just in this place? Spirit also says wasting money. Okay, wasting your resources and things. Be careful of where you're spending your resources. That can also cause you stagnation. Like I'm just hearing right now, don't be too delulu about what it is that you've been doing yourself to cause this blockage in your life, okay? Oh, that one wants to come out, right? You are at this 10 of Pentacles. This is what you should physically be receiving at this time. But so this is here waiting for you. Okay, it's waiting for you to harmonize, for you to get your life back in order, for you to turn that Lover's card upside right, where you are really blending and becoming one with yourself, all of you. Once you do that, once you start protecting your energy, I feel like from people, places, and things around you, you're this diamond here, right? All this wealth is yours. I feel like trips, things like that, it's all coming in for you. But you've got to keep your frequency on that right vibration. Don't, just because it's not coming fast enough, resort back to things or stagnate yourself even more, right? Because that's just making the fight harder. This is what's discouraging. This is what you've got to clean up right now. So this is what we're going to be speaking about when we open those roads, right? Abundance. So a lot of this has to do with things, and Three of Cups, I'm feeling like this is people, places, things, partying, enjoying life, instead of being disappointed at this time, like, oh, things aren't working out, I don't believe they're working out. No, they want you to keep the frequency of enjoying life, of celebrating before you even receive these gifts, before they even show up to you. They want you to feel like, hey, I've got it already. And this energy, switching yourself to that energy of not worrying, it's going to help bring everything into you. Promise. That was Spirit promise. They say they promise that to you. A lot of you guys have been distracted. All right. So in these periods of rest, like I said, they want you to keep working. They don't want you to get distracted. I feel like some of you waste too much time in front of a computer screen. I know I've been guilty myself, and I think I'm going to take a break here. Besides posting for business, which I'll probably be just doing like a pre-recorded posts and things like that for that, so that I can take a serious break and really just cause motion. So this is the energy that we are in right now. Let's see what's going to happen. What's going to be the outcome of these things, Spirit? So change, some sort of change needs to be made, and it needs to be made fast. Okay. Spirit says, look at the man in the mirror. This is the Two of Pentacles. They want us to get on. This goes back to that physical movement. Some of us need to get on our physical fitness. They're saying to us, there's so many things that you can be doing and working on yourself for betterment of yourself, to keep uplifting you to those vibrations, to those frequencies of where you want to be, to where you're going to be receiving these things that you have put out, that you're waiting on, right? So one of the things is, like I said, physical movement, dancing around. Don't just sit still. Don't just be lazy. All right. They really want you to get into the gym, possibly for some of you. Some of these is physical appearances and changes that you need to go through. And I see that you'll be making those over the next couple of months, working out a little bit more. I started the other day doing my crunches, my squats, and things like that. So listen, we're right on point with this energy if you've been feeling those things too. Okay. Spirit just said, a lot of you have been cleansing. If you've been thinking about cleansing, don't put it off. So Spirit says, instead of being lazy, instead of just hanging around, instead of being too comfortable, because that's what this Four of Cups card in reverse is. A couple people that's just been too comfortable with their messy surroundings, with the things that they've been going through. And it's like, I'll take that instead, right? Like I said, you're being too delulu with yourself. It's time for you to get out of those places of comfort, not eating right, making sure that you're feeding your body right. All of these things are going to help raise your vibrations and your frequencies, which is going to help bring these things into fruition for you. All right. The Sun. So after you start raising your vibrations, right, by getting yourself moving, physically fit, getting your diet together, cleansing, detox, Spirit says the Sun is not too far off. Okay. Your happy days will start. You are going to start seeing those changes, because at that point, now your mind, body, soul, and spirit are all in one, and everything is going to start coming into fruition. That wealth, that love, that marriage, everything that you've been asking for is going to start coming in slowly. You're going to start seeing those brighter days. So like I said, in the next couple of months, anywhere from 4 weeks to 2 months, so that's a month or two, you can make these changes happen, and you can start seeing and receiving your blessings in the physical. All right. So the costume designer. So Spirit says, instead of sitting and sulking about why things aren't working out the way that they should be, or the way that you designed them to be, start enjoying it, right? So you don't just plan something, or plan a business, or plan an idea for other people to enjoy, right? This is for you. This is for you to get active in, okay? This Princess of Cups, this is for you to gain control of your emotions, because Spirit says right now your emotions are all over the place, and that's just tearing you up, right? Because you're picking up and doing the wrong things. You're going back to parts of life that you've removed yourself from. All right, out of this place of disappointment, Spirit says start engaging, start going out and doing the things that really fill you, okay, that fill your heart, that are going to bring you joy, not the things of the past. And I'm hearing Spirit saying, not the things of the past that have brought you harm to your body as well. No, we want to do the things that are really going to bring us true joy, weaving together our dreams, okay? And the last card here, Spirit, what is the last message that you have for group 1? Hermit. So Spirit says, if you need to do this to get there, to these places, right? If you feel like you're alone, like people aren't seeing you, it's okay. Be that lone wolf at this time. This is where you're going to elevate again spiritually. This is where you're going to elevate yourself in the spiritual, which means you'll elevate yourself in the physical. So removing yourself from any of these issues, if it's something, basically Spirit saying to me right now, what I'm hearing is that if it's a choice between going back to something old or doing something new or being alone, my God, be alone. Okay, be alone and work on yourself, work on benefiting yourself, building yourself up, those types of things. And that's what's going to help you or help us, you know, to move forward past these roadblocks that we have in the physical. Okay, so getting our priorities right, making sure we stay steadfast, okay, making sure that we are protected spiritually as well. All right. If there's anyone that you feel, some of you guys may need to get personal readings, because I'm seeing that there's some people that have been pulling tricks on some of you all. All right. So you might want to do some uncrossing work, some roadblock work. And some of these tricks, though, Spirit is just saying it doesn't have to be others. Okay. Some of these tricks are tricks that you have pulled on your own self. All right. So making sure that you clear up any of these areas and things. So if this resonates with you, I would like to invite you, make sure you stay to the end of the video, like, share, you know, subscribe if that resonated with you, group 1. But also, like I said, make sure you stay around to the end, because we're going to do that road opening. Okay. Let us go ahead and get into group 2. Group 2. You are my group for the, I just want to move this around. Group 2, you are my emotional group, our mental group, blockages that have been getting in our head out of the way, right? I'm going to do something real quick. Let me just shake my jar for a second. Spirit, can we clear the energy from group 1 and invite in group 2? Can you please give us any messages that go with our emotional, with our mental, any blockages that's coming in for us right now? What is blocking us emotionally, mentally, okay, that is getting in the way? What are some things that are emotionally or mentally getting in the way of our blockages, Spirit? Growing weary. Okay, Spirit says to me right now, not having any understanding of the way that natural order works and the way things work in the universe. It's not just like, oh, how people say, like, it's just the instant that's going to come in. Things take time. Okay, and they say that as you guys are growing weary and not thinking that these changes are going to happen to you, you are literally cursing yourself. Okay, is what I'm hearing. You're taking years off of your life. I'm feeling you're aging yourself from the worry. Okay, worry ages you. Spirit is saying right now that you are, you're tricking your own mind, okay, is what's happening. So let's keep going. You're spiraling and you're tricking your own damn mind, all right? Not having the confidence, not having the self-belief in yourself. This is the main thing Spirit's saying right now, okay? So that's one of the things that you're not understanding. If you can't empower yourself, how do you expect to empower any work that you're doing or have anything to come into life for you? So you've got to work on your mental. And this is literally just self-empowerment. All right. Changing your thoughts. I wrote a book on my website. It's called Vibrant Visions, Igniting Your Inner Self. It's all about changing your thought process and things through your reticular activating system, your conscious and your subconscious, okay? Because they all play a part and reflect and affect each other. So I think that's a really good book for you guys if you in group 2, because that's what this is. It's really working on your mindset, changing your mindset and decisions, clarity. Okay, because they say that you keep going back and forth. They're like, do you know what you even want? All right, you've got to know what you want. This is a decision. Also, this is in with the 4 being here. This is a stability. This is stability. This is home. This is the people that you have around you. Things like that. Spirit really wants you to make a decision somewhere there, and we'll get into it deeper as we pull tarot, of course. We also have a 4 over here. So for this group, 4s and 5s are prevalent. All right. So you're going through transformation as well. So trusting yourself, building up that confidence as you change into the new you. That's also a big thing here. All right. Yeah, building this new solid foundation for yourself and deciding what it is that you really just want. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards. Group 2. We're going to pull some tarot. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for something here. Say, obviously. Avi, you're looking for something. Okay, you guys, I found it. You guys are going to be like, what the hell? I'm looking for my blunt. Because listen, I'm sorry, you guys. I had to adjust my clothes and all types of shit on camera, right? Listen, I'm a real bitch, so I don't mean to call myself a bitch. I'm trying to, and this is the stuff that we're transforming from right now. Okay, the changes that we are literally making in ourselves right now. Yeah, I want to puff some ganja with you guys though, real quick as we get into this, because I feel like it's gonna help me open up a little bit. All right, it's gonna help me open up a little bit, group 2. We're going to open up our heart chakra. We're really going to feel right now, okay? I'm sitting here. We're sipping jasmine tea with our ancestors. You guys get you some tea. We're not in a rush. I mean, I'm not. I hope you're not. If you're in a rush, you're not for me. And if you're in a rush, there goes a message. See, this is why. Spirit says if you're in a rush, this is part of your problem right here. With the understanding. You have no patience. You think that you're going to like that you're too old. They just said. Okay, they feel like you think that, it just got dark in here for some reason. Let me adjust my light. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that you feel like maybe you're getting too old for certain things, or that things aren't going to be able to pan out for you because you are older. Like, oh, my time's over. No, baby. That is doing nothing but aging you even worse, thinking like that. Okay, and Spirit is telling me that some of you guys cry so much. Okay, they said that you cry so much. And those things, they age you. It's just your worry, right? Because it's like you're like I said, you're not understanding how these things are coming into you. I apologize. Someone texted me, a client, and it just threw me off for a second. All right, you guys, back into this. Let's pull in some tarot cards. You don't want to stay lit. That's a sign. We'll go ahead and keep reading. All right. Group 2. I had a contest and she was a contest winner, so that's why I was just looking like, oh, 5 of Cups. So this is like worrying. Don't that look just like that eye I was showing you guys? Look at that. Spirit's like worrying. Just worry. Just unnecessary worry. If you're in a place of worry, you are not going to be able to attract. You need to be in this confident place that is a hindrance for you right now. But you need to feel confident. Look at how she's glowing. When your aura is glowing like that, nothing can stay away from you. It's like bees to honey, Spirit just said. That's where you need to get yourself at. When you're like this, you're repulsive. And I hate to say that to you like that, but that's what Spirit wants you to understand. People aren't going to feel sorry for you. You know, we got this mentality nowadays where people want people to feel sorry for them. People want to feel like, oh, nobody's helping me. Listen. There's not a lot of fucking help out here. The way the government has us, we really can't extend help to each other. It's so hard. Right? Because we're barely making it. Everybody is barely making it. We're barely hanging on. Even the ones that stay in high spirits, such as myself. I keep myself in high spirits, but it is hard. Shit is hard. But I just know that if I let myself be like this, I'm not going to attract shit. So I'm going to keep myself in this era so that I can attract what at least what I'm deserving of. At least what's supposed to come to me. So that's where Spirit is wanting you to make the decision. Are you going to let go of the worry and trust and believe and have faith? Or are you going to keep the worry and stuff? And if that's the case, then stop working. Stop doing spiritual workings. Stop saying that you have faith. Okay? Stop buying spiritual products and supporting people. Like, if you feel this way, stop getting readings, because you're doing it as a novelty. You don't truly believe. You don't care. Here's the thing, if you don't believe, I tell people all the time, if you don't believe, I can't really work with you, because I'm not here to prove anything to you. Now, if you just don't think or just don't know, like, I don't know how this is going to work out for me. I don't know how I could ever make that happen. I don't think I'm capable of doing that. We can change those. We can change a thinking. We can change a knowing, right? Because maybe I can do some stuff to possibly in spirit ask to show you, right? But if you don't believe, we can't work with that. So if you don't believe in yourself and your power, get a regular job. Go about things the regular way. Stop trying to work on your spirituality at this point, because you're stressing yourself out. Figure out a place where you're happy in and live there. Spirit says so. If that's in your human existence, be there. If it's in your spiritual existence, be there. The thing is that most of you aren't happy in your physical existence either. Right? So that's why you reached out to spirituality. And then you came over here and realized this shit ain't easy either. So now it's like, oh, do I go back? Do I go back and forth? So it's like Spirit's like, you're riding that gray area, and spirits don't like that. Choose a side. You're going to be here with us when times are hard or not, or you're going to be out there. Okay? So that's part of what's going on right now with you. Let's go ahead and pull some cards, Spirit. Can you tell me what is going on emotionally? What is going on mentally with these people? With group 2. Jesus. They want to give us a couple. Okay, so this is setting boundaries. This is making plans for your future, setting boundaries, cutting off certain things. This is literally gaining control of your thoughts. The Queen of Swords here. This is that bitch energy. Like, hey, things that don't serve me, I'm not fucking with them. Everything else, it's a go. You're stopping your own manifestations with the 9 of Cups coming out in reverse because of your thoughts, because of failing to plan, because of not keeping up with, or the things that you have planned and spoken to Spirit about. You have not kept up with those things. And this is what's making your manifestations fall out, okay, at this time, mentally. Not being confident enough that you can bring those two through. So not believing in yourself mentally. This could also be things that you have been hearing, that you have been feeling. So this could be vibrations that are coming from a relationship as well. I feel like many of you have been worried more so about a relationship than about what you are bringing in and about empowering your actual self. All right. So that's one of the main things that is really harming group 2 when it comes to their manifestations coming in physically. Spirit says, you need to study more also, okay, so that you can gain a sense of understanding. They want you to go deeper in with your relationship, with your spirit team, with your ancestors, okay, learning and picking up as much knowledge as you can, keeping those wheels turning. The Page of Pentacles, this is someone that is planning for things to come on in the physical, okay, so making those plans, sticking to them, doing the things that you need to do to make that wheel turn. King of Wands. So this is definitely a distraction for a lot of you guys. This is a distraction, I feel like, of a very masculine energy that has been possibly not been around. And so maybe that's part of your issue, right? And then maybe part of this energy is your masculine energy in yourself, not being able to keep the flame lit, to keep things going, right? Because it's like you wear out. It's like I'm in control of my desires, and then you're out of control of your desires. The King of Wands is someone that's really in control of his desires, knows what he wants, knows what he likes, okay? So it's like either I'm in that strength or I'm out of that strength. And right now, Spirit's saying that you're out of that strength and they want you to go back. That's why they ask you, hey, go back to the drawing board, study some more, read some more. You know, maybe your foundation wasn't built steady enough is what they're saying. And I can see that with those fours there being built on a weak foundation. That's going to hurt you when it comes time to you manifesting, right? If you don't have that strong personal foundation, personal relationship with Spirit, you're not going to believe that these things can be brought into fruition. If you watch group, and I told group 1 that they might want to come read group 2. Group 2, you also got the 6 of Wands in reverse. So this is victory that you should be having right now, but that you're feeling defeat because, like I said, you failed to plan or things didn't come out exactly where you wanted. So it's like, oh, I go off. But Spirit's like, no matter what, you be that bitch. You stick to that fucking plan. All right. You put up those boundaries is what I'm hearing right now so that you can stay the course, because Spirit says this is new. This is something new that you all are manifesting. This isn't an old thing. So this is going to be something that's going to take time, at least a year. Okay. And the deeper your roots are growing. See, and this is what they're saying, the understanding. So your roots are growing even way before the seedlings and everything pops out at the top. Your roots have to grow in. They have to go deep. So, you know, just as high as a tree grows up, it grows down. All right. So it doesn't mean that while you're going through these things that you will not have things that you have to deal with, right? It doesn't mean that just because you grow up that you're not going to have other things. Actually, the more you grow up, the deeper the roots get also. So the more things you are going to go through. So this is why you need that confidence in yourself, that personal empowerment in yourself to know that nothing is going to stop. You are literally stunning the growth. Spirit says this seedling should have been a full tree by now with this victory card coming out, but you keep stunning the growth because you don't see it right away, right? You didn't know that the roots was taking place first. And so it's like, damn, I don't see it. Spirit's trying to build you a strong foundation, something that cannot be knocked over, something that is not going to fail if another COVID hits, right? Something that you can sustain, that people are going to know you for. So this is whatever business, whatever, housing, personal things that you're looking for. They want you to be steady this time. They want to make sure that you can care for it this time, that you are in the position to. See, a lot of times we ask for things, but we're not in the position to hold it. Do you have the space for that? Do you have the container to hold that energy? All right. So that's what they're wanting you to wait on. That's why your manifestations are being held up, because they want to make sure that you're strong enough, that you have the boundaries, that when this shit comes in, you can contain it. You can hold it. And they know that your mind needs to get stronger first. That's why you're having the blockages right now. You need to work on building yourself up, that personal empowerment, building up your confidence, building up your belief in the divine, building up knowing that even if you cut one thing off, you really believe that something else is coming. And this is patience. I said this in the beginning, right? So not having patience with things coming together for yourself, weighing out this yin and a yang, not understanding that with every good has bad, right? I mean, so to speak. I don't really look at good and bad. It just is what it is at the time. Just things happen. It's universal law, right? So for every thing that happens, there's going to be an effect of that thing that happens, all right? So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. I feel like a lot of you guys, though, financially right now are so struggling. You have a lot of burdens. You have a lot of things, and this is what's worrying you. And this is why Spirit says, just get yourself going. Keep making these plans. Keep putting in the work, okay? You're at the 10 of Wands. This is the end, baby. All right? After the 10 of Wands, after this burden is lifted, then you will get to your Page of Wands, where you can start thinking of these new visions, new ideas, and new things that are going to be coming in for you. Okay, so where you can get to the King of Wands. Spirit says that some of you guys skipped some steps and you was elevated very quickly spiritually. But Spirit has since realized that you need that firm foundation. And it's like they got you. Nothing's going to fall, but like you can't be thinking that it's over. All right. The only thing that's over is this 10 of Wands moment. The burden, the grief, all of those things, they're going to be falling off the more that you come into one with yourself. A lot of you guys have been worrying about justice or things like that, right? So this is that shadow side. Spirit says that you guys are fighting with. This is that decision that you guys have to make. Which one are you going to cut off? A lot of you guys have been living as your shadow. And it's okay to integrate your shadow with you, but the parts of it that do not bring you any good, you need to dispose of those, okay? Or learn how to use them in a manner that can help you. All right, in a healthy manner, Spirit says. So some of these things that you were supposed to cut off, these blockages, Spirit's like, hey, you got to make the decision. Because if not, confirmation, Two of Swords. This is the decision card. This is that, get the fuck out of my face while I just think and figure this shit out. Okay, some of you guys need to go back into a hermit mode in order to figure these things out. That was also showing up in group 1. I'm just going to say group 2, go watch group 1. 5 of Wands, it's losing battles. Okay, it's like, damn, I was making progress. I was at the 4 of Wands. It was, things were coming together. And then all of a sudden, bam. But what did I just say about that tree? The higher you grow, the higher the roots go also, right? So the higher down in, deep under the earth where the shit happens, right? The more that's going to grow also. So this is just balancing out that 4 of Wands energy, baby. This is the understanding that they're bringing you now. You have been seeing a taste. You have been getting a taste of what this life is going to be like. And every minute, things can change in the blink of an eye, where you have been celebrating, coming together with your friends, family, things that are meant for you. Right in the next moment, bam, battles. But you have to believe that you can defeat these battles, is what Spirit says, that nothing can overcome you. This is where your faith comes in. This is where all of that comes in, your patience. So when you start going through these battles, Spirit says this is when you go into yourself and you become one with yourself and you become patient. All right. This is when you start going through these battles and your mind starts going crazy. This is where some of you guys need to detox, where you need to cleanse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is someone that is being inactive. They're not doing the things that's needed to propel them forward. And that's why Spirit is saying that some of you guys are going to need this road opener. And you also need to do a strong cleanse for about 13 days, I'm hearing, to remove this negative energy that you have put upon yourself. All right. 6 of Pentacles. After this cleanse, you guys are going to want to be careful of who you are giving your time to, where you are putting your time. And this is physical, where you are giving your money, your finances. This is part of the things that's causing these burdens for you. Okay. And this is Spirit saying, like, you can't act like just because that's in the physical, right? And you want to be all emotional at this time. No, you've got to set yourself up in the physical. These types of things are going to help your mental. If you're making bad decisions with things that you have going, it's not going to work for you, my loves. Okay. If you're being frivolous and free with your money, but you don't have anything coming in, it's not going to work for you. So you've got to be very careful, and you've got to, Spirit says, don't be stupid. That's what they just said, literally. Don't be dumb. Don't think that you can just give and it's going to come from where? They said from where? We know that we can make things happen, but sometimes you have to just be smart with the things that you have also. There's things that you can control in your physical that are not spiritual, they are saying right now, that you have to learn how to control. You have to put yourself in control of. Doing all of these things are going to bring you back to this Queen of Pentacles moment. It's going to bring you back to where your desires, once you get your desires intact, once you, get to balance out both sides of your energies and things like that, you're going to get back into this Queen of Pentacles moment. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is someone that is living in comfort. They're taken care of. All right. They're able to get into their beauty and things like that. So Spirit wants you to stop giving time and things to others, money to others, so that you can put this and invest in yourself, because that's where it needs to go. And they're saying right now, it's not what you have, it's what you do with it. All right. A lot of people have been being very wasteful, is what they're saying. Go ahead and cleanse, get that shit out of your system. Make the decision. Make sure that you get back into your studies. Some of you guys are going to be going back to school. If you've been thinking about that, yes, do it. Okay. That's going to also help you to increase your finances. All right. It's going to help you release some of your struggle, right? There's certain things Spirit is saying, like, listen, and that's why they want pile 2 to listen to pile 1 and pile 1 to listen to pile 2, because mental and physical really do go hand in hand. All right. So because as above, so below. So some things, yeah, you can fix spiritually, but they're saying some of this shit, you just need to go back to pile 1 and fix it physically. This needs to be something that you do, that you put the work in for. You cannot expect things to come to you from nowhere if you're not putting the work in, you guys. And we're going to leave that there. All right. That was a word. And we're going to leave that there. Look, they said again, make that decision. Make that decision, group 2. Okay, if you guys like that video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. And we are going to move on now to group 3. This is the people that are having blockages, possibly they feel in relationships or things of such. Or I'm going to tell you that possibly someone maybe that you're in a relationship with energetically, right, can have attachments to you, things like that, which can cause blockages as well. After I get done doing these 3 groups, I'm going to pull some cards just to see like individually like where blockages may be coming from. All right, let me go ahead though. I'm going to cleanse a little bit. The energy from group 2, Spirit. Can we cleanse the energy from group 2? And let's move into group 3. This is helping the spirit to, or helping the collective to understand any blockages that they may be having relationship-wise, or things that they are coming together with. All right? All right. Spirit says, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's give it a couple of good shuffles here, all right? Let's give it a couple of good shuffles. Courage. Courage in relationships. So this can be a partner that doesn't have confidence. This could be a situation that doesn't have the energy to move forward. Spirit is telling me right now, the first thing that came to my head as soon as I pulled this was knowing when to leave, having the courage to go, to stay. Then the song popped into my head. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. All right. And that's not the whole song. Look at the lyrics. That's not the whole song. It's like know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to something. I forget. But that's what Spirit's saying right now. Like, you got to know when to hold on, when not to hold on, and when to let go. So this is one of your blockages right now. In spirituality is, I'm sorry, in a relationship wise is, and this is a 5 here, 50. So this is going through transformation. You don't want to go through that transformation. You don't want to go through that change. Splendor. And you know what? I want to look up the definition to this word splendor, because I want to make sure that it's what I think it is. What I think it is like learning to enjoy like the things that are in life, like finding joy in like mundane things. But we're gonna see, because I might be wrong. So splendor means magnificent and splendid appearance, grandeur, magnificent features or qualities. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this is, I just felt like that because if you look at this card, like Ganesha there is looking like, it looks like he's looking through the flower, like he's looking through the butterfly, like he's literally becoming a different part and seeing nature in a different way, right? Understanding it for what it is, and the nature of relationships with people. There's 10 that you can go from being completely happy to changes within people. As people change themselves, we change, right? As you change. I feel like a lot of this is the relationship within self, right? That it's talking about. I don't even think that Spirit's talking about a relationship with another person as of yet. I'm not feeling that. We'll see once we get into the tarot if that pops up. But as of right now, this is learning to enjoy the little things within yourself, okay? And let's pick one last card for group 3, Spirit. What other things do they need to work on for, or what blockages may they be having in their relationships? Their heart chakra, opening up your heart chakra. If you watch my video too, I literally started smoking my blunt. I was like, your heart chakra, opening up your heart chakra. If you watch, pile 2. I knew it. So this is heart chakra work. Your roads are definitely going to be fucking closed. If your main roads, your heart is your roads. It's the cross, okay? It's your crossroads, your personal crossroads in your body, all right? So if it's not pumping, if it's not working at its full capacity in the physical or the spiritual, it's going to affect you. So having this capacity as you go through your spiritual journey to, they're saying capacity to love, okay, to give and to receive. That's your roads, right? But making sure that you're giving and receiving to the right things that are deserving of you. And yeah, we're going to hit some Mary Jane because this is a heart chakra opening herb. Because you guys should know that when I do videos, it's because, or when I do anything, any type of workings, it's because I may also be going through similar things myself. Okay? So that's when a lot of topics come in because we are a collective. So 9 times out of 10, if I'm going through some shit, you probably are too, right? So we're going to just address it. I'm going to put some of this Mary Jane herb ash down here in the bottom of this, and you'll see why later. If you stay to the end of the video, I am going to be doing a road opener and showing you guys how to dress your own candles and stuff and to do a quick road opener for yourself. So capacity to love in the spiritual transformation is also something that is stopping your abundance. Spirit says you give, but you just give to the wrong things, okay? And I could say that there's times when I am guilty of that. Or have been guilty of that. All right, let's go ahead and pull some cards. We are using my Lover's Tarot deck. That was fast. 3 of Wands. So this is some of us that have been stagnated in a position. The 3 of Wands is making a decision to leave, to move forward. This could be travel. This could be moving past a partner, I feel. And I don't feel like this is moving past a partner in any sense that it's like, I don't love that person anymore. But it's just that sometimes we outgrow things. Sometimes the things that they just don't align up anymore. Sometimes you just need to get out and see the fucking world and see what else is out there to offer you. And this is what's stagnating you also. Keeping yourself in the same position, not wanting to move forward and take that on. Right, your love. So the relationship, if some of you guys are in a relationship right now that is not going so well, for some of you guys, this could be a marriage even, all right? This is where Spirit's saying you got to have that courage to leave. And I'm not telling you to leave your husbands. You guys use your own common sense and your own judgment on that. You do your own divination or schedule a public reading, a private reading. This is me saying, though, to the collective, a lot of times we get in situations with people, right? And you might love that person. They might be your best friend, but where you're going in life and where they want to go in life is 2 different places. Maybe that person's comfortable where they're at, because that's what I'm seeing here with this 3 of Wands. She looks comfortable on land. He's like, look, babe, I gotta go. I gotta get active. I gotta get out here in this world and figure things out. That person's comfortable doing those same things in and out. And it's like, you gotta make a choice sometimes, okay? That doesn't mean that you're leaving anyone behind. It's like, yeah, I thought this was going to be forever. And this is one of my quirks with marriage. I would never tell you guys all of this stuff because it gets too political. But sometimes if you're not aligned with the right person, and sometimes you can be aligned with the right person in the beginning, but everybody grows, everybody changes. All right. And so it could be a point where you guys don't align anymore. Your 11s, this could be marriage, friendships too. Okay, because this is all relationships. Friendships too. They just don't align anymore. And it's like, why the fuck are you trying to hold on? These people have showed you that they don't want to change. They don't want more for themselves. So this is where you have to make the decision to either find the small things there to be happy with, or to make the decision to leave and have the capacity to love more than one, and to lose and love, to lose and allow new love to enter. Okay, this is a decision. This is some people, I feel like you've been fighting, like minor bickering, or maybe you haven't been fighting anymore, right? Maybe that's what the issue is. It's like maybe we overcame the fights, but it's like I'm still just not feeling the situation here with this 5 of Staves in reverse, right? So the fighting might be over, but it's just like I'm not feeling this situation. Right? The struggle of me having to stay here, right? Because I feel like for some of you guys, this is that energy like, okay, maybe there's not anything majorly wrong there, but maybe you just aren't flourishing there. Okay, maybe it's just a struggle for you there, right? Like maybe like, oh, I get a job and I lose it. Or, you know, like y'all can never see eye to eye, even picking out dinner. Like it could be small things, you guys, that are just are stagnating you. And it's like, why struggle when you can literally oppression? Oppression. Okay, so this is the Tower card. Like I said, this is things that have fallen apart, and it's like, okay, why the fuck are you rebuilding in the same place? That's what Spirit's saying. Like, shit fell apart for a reason. Like, you're struggling there. When are you going to recognize that for what it is? All right, have the courage to see that for what it is and make the decision to move forward. Let me see. Do I have my book here? Because I kind of want to see. I do. This is my Lover's Tarot book. Let me read in here what this oppression. Because this is Aeneas. It's lovers, Dido and Aeneas. Depression, difficulties, and release. Queen Dido of the Carthage was walking upon the beach when she found and I might not be saying this name right, okay? Aeneas and his soldiers. She was charmed by the handsome stranger and soon fell in love. Aeneas loved Dido in return, but he was a man with a cause larger than the love he could bear for any woman. He claimed it was the gods' God's will that he journeyed to found in a new Troy in Italy. Sorry, let me read that again. It says, he claimed it was the God's will that he journeyed to found a new Troy in Italy. Distraught Dido built a funeral pyre at the top of a tall tower and set it to fire. As Aeneas' ship cast off into the sea, Dido climbed the tower and lay down upon the pyre. In reverse, it says, though your situation may be feeling overwhelming, hidden forces are at work. Be patient and trusting things that will approve. Okay, so I feel like this is like a struggle, a battle. But Spirit's like, listen, I told you guys, that was just confirmation though. This is someone that is comfortable in a situation. They're not wanting to move. They're not wanting to move forward. Okay, and this could be a fight between two sides of yourself. Maybe part of you is comfortable in a situation. Maybe it's a friend that's comfortable in a situation. You keep trying to fight with this person to move them out. Stop wasting your energy where it's not needed, Spirit is saying. You have to be like Aeneas and go off into the world and complete your God's given duty. Fulfill your calling, because that's what you're here for. Anybody that works with me, you guys have such a major calling. And that's what... The thing is, we are oppressed. And this is why I practice hoodoo. Okay, there are things working against us. And this is what I was saying the very, very beginning of the video when I did my introduction. I feel like there are things that are working against the collective at this time. And that's why we're having issues, situations that are going wrong in relationships with friends, people, ourselves, right? That is causing like this tower moment within ourselves. It's like, it's just a struggle. The Spirit says we have to, look, 9 of Wands. We are protected, you guys. This is my candle burning card, okay? So I told in the last group, I'm going to tell this group here, if you're having issues, you might want to do a candle burning ceremony or do a cleanse for about 9 days, okay? That was the back of the card energy here. Okay, to cleanse this energy or to protect this relationship, if that's what you choose to do. If you guys are trying to move forward together, then protect you all together, okay? But this is just that situation. You don't want to be the person like to go. You don't want to be Dido in this story, right? To go and so comfortable that you literally let yourself burn up with all of your talents, all of your things, all of your unperceived potential. Who knows what Dido could have went and did in the world, right? If he would have went off. But the thing is like, you can't be responsible for other people's, and this could be for yourself. So like I said, take this reading as it lays. Okay, so, but you can't. You cannot change anyone. You cannot make anyone do anything. Okay, Princess of Coins. This is you stagnating your plans. Things, you're learning, things that you wanted to go off and do in this world. Right? This is Danae. Okay, so look at that. This is you stagnating those things that you want to go off and do in this world. Okay, all because it's like of this loyalty to either this past part of yourself that doesn't serve you any longer, these friends that don't want more for themselves, that are fine struggling and battling where they are, okay? This failing marriage, this failing relationships, friendships, because you don't want to let go and, you know, build new ones, because who knows, once you get yourself out into those seas, what's out there for you. Tradition. So for a lot of you guys, this is marriage. This is definitely a failing marriage. And this is because you get stuck in tradition. The story of Romeo and Juliet, we all know how that fucking ended. In fucking tragedy. They both died. So not only did... So this is what's happening to some of you. Because you don't use your masculine energy and go off into the world, right? This is going for if you're single... or if you're in a relationship, you're not still using that masculine energy in yourself to go off and see the world and do what you need to do, whatever the gods have bestowed upon you, right? And choosing to stay behind. I always tell people, when an artist doesn't create, when an artist doesn't bring new things or birth new things, use that sacral power, we die, because we wind up normally using it in destructive manners, drugs, sex, unhealthy relationships, trauma, okay? That's normally where we keep it at, and we die. Trying to do things the same way, the old way, trying to stay faithful. Oh, that's so honorable of you, and you're killing yourself, okay? And I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not trying to be mean. This is just how I am. This is how I talk. This is how my readings are. I'm very, very real. Very real. I think I did 2 videos ago and I said I was going to start giving all the tea to you guys. Here it is. All right. 3 of Cups. Coming together with the, like I said, you're sitting there and about to take a fucking sleeping pill with this motherfucker, all right, and off yourself, when you can literally be going out into the world and, okay, this relationship failed, but what is new out there for me? What joys are out there for me? What can I go and get into? They're like, it's a hot girl summer. Go enjoy the summer with your girls, okay? And when I say hot girl, because she's wearing all white, you don't have to be hot down, okay? You can just go enjoy. Go have fun. Find splendor in the small things. Maybe it's a picnic, right? Maybe it's a art show that you go to. Maybe it's a jazz event in a park, right? I'm in Dayton, Ohio. We have this thing called the Love Pavilion downtown, and they put on free shows all the time. Just get out into your community and see what is different out there for you before you decide to just let yourself die with this person, okay? Or with this sad part of yourself. Oh, this reading today, y'all, it is deep. The Illusion card, Moon. Okay, because they say, like, a lot of this, like, this is dark being put on you, but this is also dark work that is being put on you through this unhealthy connection. And I did the last video and I told them, I said, it's literally, some of you guys are hexing yourselves though. That's how strong your mind can be. And that's what I'm feeling here. A lot of these battles that you're going through in this relationship is because you're battling yourself. You're battling the 2 sides of yourself. I want to see this Ivan and a debt card here, which is the Illusion card, which is the Moon card. Okay, so that's going into your intuition, following your intuition. Illusion, the Moon, Odette and Ivan, or Yvonne, I don't know. Princess Odette, heroine of the popular ballet Swan Lake, was cursed by a sorcerer to remain a swan forever except at night. The only way her enchantment could be broken was by a vow of eternal love. However, if this vow were broken, even by chance, she would die. When Prince Ivan met her, or Yvonne met her, he promised to love her and to return to claim her as his bride. But the sorcerer tricked Yvonne, and he soon heard a heart-tending cry in the distance, the cry of a dying swan. Yvonne ran to rescue Odette, but it was too late. Some of you guys are trying to rescue a dying swan. This person was so beautiful. They had potential, but you can't save everyone. And I feel like some of you guys know this, and this is where that battle is coming from you trying to fight against someone's natural desires and what they want. So this is how that relationship is harming you, you guys. I want to go back real quick. We're going to go back and read this today card. I just want to see what this one was about. The Princess of Coins. I'm kind of having fun. I don't normally use my books, but I don't know. I'm feeling it for this one, okay? I'm feeling it. I love this Lover's Tarot deck, and I actually do love some of the, the stories, the love stories, because I don't know them all, so it's cool. Princess of Coins. It was gaining the knowledge necessary to make an idea reality, practical planning, mail or messages. But it says too much time thinking and not enough doing, waiting for money, business news, and unrealistic planning. So that's what's happening with the business, but we'll get back into that. Okay, so that's what's happening if some of you guys are having problems with your relationship and business, they're saying. All right, let's get back to this oppression card. Okay, well, that was quick. Having strength. So to fight oppression, to fight fear, you have to have strength. You have to have courage that as you move forward, as you leave these shores with your old part of yourself or your mate burning because they choose to leave themselves burning in this fire on this tower rather than go out and venture and try something new because they're so comfortable with where they're at. You've got to have the strength to go out, and that once you do, you are going to run into someone that has the power to truly embrace you. All of you. This person is going to be, I am hearing like a mare, right? Like you're the stallion. This is the mare. Somebody that can mount your spirit. All right. That is what they're saying to me right now. I don't know why this, it does go like, I guess by the lighting, and I guess it just got darker outside, but anyway, sorry about that. I don't know how this video is going to look, you guys, but we're going to go with it. Anyways, this is Brunhilde and Siegfried. Okay, so let's see what their story is, because I feel like this story is going to be like the opposite. Okay, turning this into something, that oppression, that sad story, like, oh my God, that person, I'm so sad that I had to leave them, or that old part of myself and that she couldn't come with me. I'm so sad, but I had the strength and the courage, and I moved on, and I made a way for myself. And as I've done so, I've ran into this magnificent person, right? That's what this is. This is, it heating back up. Like, you're not going to be left alone, baby. So if that's what you're thinking, stop thinking that. All right? That's what I was saying earlier. That's one of my issues with marriage, because a lot of people get into it and you think this is end all. The thing is, people still can change. Just because they got that piece of paper or that ring don't mean that they're not going to change, or the things that y'all was planning before, they're not going to stagnate in. It can still happen. The Strength card, Siegfried and Brunhilde. Courage, strength, leadership, and confidence. It says the Valkyrie, Brunhilde, was the favorite child of her father, Wotan, divine ruler of the gods and goddesses. Brunhilde angered Wotan by betraying him when she was moved by mortal Sigmund's story of love. For the first time, she understood the power of love, which made her strong enough to go against her father's will. She agreed to help Sigmund, though Wotan had ordered her not to. This led to Brunhilde finding her own true love with Siegfried, the son of Sigmund. So this is literally going against what you've been taught traditionally, this Hierophant card that we had, right? The things that were sent to, that maybe you learned growing up in church. Maybe, oh, my family, my mom did it this way. She's been, maybe you've seen all of these examples and you're like, I can't be the one to go against it. But maybe you do. They're like, oh my God, you're going to walk away from that man, from that husband, from this life that you have here and just go off. Yes, I am. I'm going to have the strength and courage that someone else is going to be able to grab me even more, right? Because for some of you guys, this person, if it was a person, this person also might have cheated or strayed away. I'm seeing with this Three of Wands here at the beginning. All right. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to try different cultures. I'm going to travel. And this person, the right person for me, is going to encapsulate me. And by going against all odds, Brunhilde literally was able to meet someone that was the love of her life. Okay? By her opening up her heart, sometimes letting a person go, you guys, is the biggest act of love. That right there is that capacity to love card. Okay? Let's see. This one was just specifically talking about relationships and business. So we've went through a few here. We've went through relationships with friends. We've went through people in marriage cheating. We've went through being hooked onto just this lover that you met. Maybe sex is bomb, fire, right? But it's like, this person's going to drown me with them. I need to go ahead and move on, keep it moving, and see what's out here in this world for me. So these are some of the things. Now we're going to go ahead and finally see what is the relationship and business that is holding us back, Spirit. What's going on here? Give me some more clarity on this Princess of Coins. So this is the Queen of Cups. So this is like having the realistic information, okay? This is someone who's very in touch with themselves, their intuition, the moons. They're not making rash decisions, okay, or premature decisions. The Queen of Cups, let's see, Isola, I think is her name. I would like to see, well, that's my definition of the Queen of Cups, okay, but let's see what this book says, because they're a little bit different, just because it's dealing with, like, the love sometimes. Jesus, can I find it? Okay, here we go. Queen of Cups. Okay, nope, not yet. Okay, Queen of Cups. Soulfulness, emotion, inspiration, and receptivity. Emotional mastery of all the suit of cups represent art, beauty, intimacy, love, seductive emotions, the ability to express love and to nurture others. So this coming up in this way is literally being able to give, okay, to being your full self and being comfortable in this person, okay, regardless of whether you have a mate or not. All right. Being realistic with yourself, relationship-wise, business-wise, on the things that you want brought into fruition and that you want to bring in. That's what I'm feeling here is the energy with the relation of this Princess of Cups. The things that I want to start birthing in. I need to be realistic with those, okay? Let's go ahead and see the outcomes for all of these cards and these situations, you guys. This is a beautiful reading. I hope by now, if you have been watching this whole time and you stuck on with me, or you watched any of the piles and you like the reading, please, hit the like button for me, you guys. It really helps the algorithms. Temptation. So this is the Devil card. So this is really gaining control of those desires, the things that are not meant for you anymore, okay, and choosing to let them go, or balancing them, choosing to how you're going to integrate that within yourself. We are going to read this card, okay? Because this is the card of it says Paolo and Francesca. So let's see. Where am I? Okay, back here. Temptation, right? The Devil, inner turmoil, obsession. So this is you really making a decision, I feel here. It says Francesca de Polenta of Ravenna was married to Giovanni Malatesta to strengthen their family's political bonds, but there was one problem. Francesca loved Giovanni's brother. I told you guys. So this is the pile that I was talking about, that there was somebody, and it could be the masculine or feminine energy, that I feel like there was some infidelities and cheating and things like that going on. Okay, this is the card, but not wanting to walk away because of tradition, family. Maybe you've been having, like I said, you was raised this way. So it's like, I've got to stay. No, you don't. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to get into that with you because, like I said, it's political. Or like they said, it's political bonds. They were entered into for finances, things like that. This relationship might have been entered into for something that was beneficial. All right. And maybe it's not being so beneficial anymore. But it says anyways. But there was one problem. Francesca loved Giovanni's brother, the handsome Paolo. Tempted by love, Francesca and Paolo's story could only end in sorrow. These true events inspired the poet Dante, who had a vision of Paolo tenderly embracing Francesca to protect her against the forces swirling about them in Hades. Dante retold their sad story in his Inferno, the book of the Divine Comedy. So this is tempted by forces that one cannot control, obsession in the form of envy, sensual desires that need to be controlling. All right, so some of you guys, I feel like in these relationships, so if it's not, like I said, you putting that bad juju on yourself with the relationship that you have with yourself, you can actually be receiving this bad juju, this bad energy from your mate, from your person, okay? And that can be getting in the way also of your roads, okay? That can be blocking the roads to this relationship being healthy. It doesn't have to always be you. With that moon card, I feel like there are other energies that may be working against you as well. So some of you might want to do a private reading. If not with me, with someone else that you trust as a reader, get you a few to see if there has been someone doing some foul play on you or your relationship or things like that. Okay. Three of arrows. So yeah, like I said, this is a situation that some people have not just wanted to walk away from. This is a three-party situation. This is friends. This is someone I'm feeling that has been feeling left out, ignored. Okay. While other shit's going on. And Spirit's like, those aren't your friends. Okay. That's not your man. Okay. That's not your woman. All right. You need to follow your intuition and go ahead and get out of this situation. 10 of arrows. So this is the energy of all of these burdens. Okay, all of these fights, everything is falling down on you, I feel like, and it's like coming all crashing down. With the 10 of arrows, though, here being in reverse, I will say that I feel like a lot of these things are going to be being lifted soon. It can turn around, but the thing is like you could stay in this energy the longer if you choose not to walk away from these things. You don't have to move past this. You can keep yourself in this stagnated energy, which would be very detrimental to you. Spirit says that you need to use to get out of these situations. Not only is it going to take strength and courage of you moving forward, it is also going to take a little bit of magic. All right, so doing your candle work, your road work, but not only just magic. This is Merlin and Vivian, okay? We're going to read that story too, but this is the Magician card. The Magician is someone who uses all of their resources. If you have friends somewhere, family somewhere, go stay, go visit, just travel, get around and see the world, okay? That's what the Spirit's really wanting you to do, so you can get out here in your power. But let's see what this magic card is. I had to read this because this is about Merlin. So let's just read. Oh. Okay. Merlin and Vivian. When we think of magic, we often think of Merlin. Of course, that's why I had to read this one. Okay. Famed as the influential advisor and wizard to the King Arthur, Merlin fell in love in the winter of his life with the holy Vivian, or lovely Vivian. In time, Vivian used the very spells Merlin taught her to entrap him. So some of these people that y'all are with or might be doing work on y'all too, so be careful. Okay, they may be doing work on you too. Okay. Ultimately, the magic that empowered Merlin all his life had been undone by the only thing more powerful: love. So all the stuff that you have been working on, putting your strength, your power into build, like I said, you may allow yourself to die in this castle from someone having more power over you and you not having enough energy to go out and leave that person behind and leave them burning, as Aeneas did, and how she left Dido, right? She said, I'm not burning in here with you, baby. I'm going out to see my world. Now, you could probably come with me, but I'm not staying here with you. And because of that, everything was lost. And that is what's happening here with the story of Merlin, with the story of you. Because you refuse to move on and you keep allowing this temptation, everything that you have worked so hard for, you will lose. You will lose. Spirit says, use your magic. Get yourself out of this situation now. Unblock these roads. If it's someone, you may need to reverse some curses. You ain't got to send that energy back. I did a video on reversing the curses. Reversing a curse is simply telling that energy that you're going to use it, and you can use that energy for whatever the fuck you want to use it for, and use it to empower yourself, okay? Cleanse to get yourself out of this situation and move that energy out of yourself, because like I said, everything that you have worked so hard for. And Spirit says this comes down to a decision. I have no ending for you, because the choice is yours. The Two of Wands. Do you stay or do you go? Do you allow this person to bury you and then eventually move on from you? Or do you go? The choice is yours, boo. Okay? The choice is yours. I'm going to say, I'm going to go. I'm going to believe and have that I have the capacity to love and love more than once, right? And find love again. So I hope these readings, listen, I was very happy and pleased with these readings today. I thank my spirit guides for being here with us at this time. I thank you for joining me today. You guys, I really appreciate you. Love, light, and lingerie. Until next time.